opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know...
Oh, and he can't hold the catch, and the ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
Nice move to keep running. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Now the play fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run the toss. Crosses the 45. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Gets it. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? He scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again. This offensive line has to step up.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 28 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going downfield for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just... And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is in the air. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got time. They've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Throws to the tight end. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far.
The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Here's a heat. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time.
There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches in it.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Use the play fake, now to throw. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Seminoles! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient,
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Jackson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stone. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
For the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Great place to start for this offense. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Snagged out of the air. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to throw it. Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. Strong, firm tackle.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Rush is on him. Touchdown, no! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Houston, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To throw, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had...
Breaks into the open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Finds his tight end. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt and from the right side. And the try is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Noles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Thurman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. On 1st and 10 from the 38. He'll ride his man on the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit him as hard as I can, as many opportunities as I get. They run the design quarterback run. Nice job being physical, forcing the fumble.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory